I have a beagle and he's really fat. I'm not sure why that's the intro, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. So anyway, yeah, I have a beagle. His name is Mr. Oak. That's not actually his name. We actually call him Oakley, but I just call him Mr. Oak. And he's very, very, very thick. Yeah, he's like 8 years old, and his age is showing on his eyebrows, especially. It's actually kind of funny. This guy's teleporting everywhere. Oh my lord. Anyways, yeah. So I love this guy. He's like actually okay then. Yeah. By the way, I love this guy, and he is. I think he might actually be my favorite doggo of all time, even though he's fat. It's gonna be a common theme in this video. On him fat. We have a running gag that we just call him String Bean because it makes him feel better. Because he likes to be skinny. He needs to be skinny. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of Murder Mystery because I don't feel like PvPing today, and this is the only game that queues at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. Yeah, it's really cool. I guess we can talk about some random stuff today. Like, I'm going to teach you about how to send an angry email to any company and get exactly what you want. So my recent thing was sending an email to Razer Support because their snap tap feature on my Huntsman V3 Pro keyboard did not work on Synapse 4, but it works just fine on Synapse 3. So I compiled like a video of like me, all the evidence essentially of it working on Synapse 3 and then not working on Synapse 4. And then, okay, I'm gonna die here. Yeah. Anyway, so I compiled like all the evidence that like proved that it wasn't just a skill issue on my part and it was actually a issue on their end. And I zipped it up and posted it like on Media or uploaded it to Mediafire, and then called the link like literally this, and then sent it to them through email. And that link is currently sitting at like 13 downloads. But they also wanted me to upload like Razer Synapse logs. So I did the same thing, but this time I called it Synapse logs, and that has 6 downloads. So that's really interesting. Whether it's support team or the development team are looking at it, I don't really care. But they did email me. But they said like after a bit of back and forth, they were like, yeah, we're gonna elevate this to like software team. It takes like a week to do the investigation, and we'll get back to you in a week. And I'm like, okay. So anyway, a week goes by. It was actually like 6 out of 7 days because a week, right? And I actually emailed them first. I was like, hey, it's about to be a week in about a day, so I'm just checking in to see where we're at on this. Hopefully good news. Where do we stand? Then the next day they email me and they're like, we acknowledge there is an issue and our software team is working on it, and we can't give you a estimated fix or time for a fix, and the best advice we can tell you is to keep your Synapse up to date. So it really sounds like my email that I sent to them kind of was the, fixed all that, right? Anyway, so I discovered another thing recently. So it's interesting that a BIOS version that the latest BIOS version that I uploaded or updated, whatever the word is, I updated my BIOS to the latest version, and it is weird. This was all the way back in like April, okay, when it came out, and like when I updated it, and it's been killing my frames ever since. Let me tell you exactly why it's been killing my frame. So for some reason, through testing, many months of testing and trial and error and frustration and wanting to kill myself, I was hard capped in my performance on my CPU, I can only assume, or just computer in general. I still don't have no idea, but I have a good idea, or a better idea, I guess, or understanding. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Anyway, so on Lunar Client, if you didn't know, I have a 10900K that's running on stock settings. So it like default boosts up to like 4.9 on all cores, and then like single core like 5.3 under like very specific conditions that I'll never ever hit ever in my life. So I've never actually seen that before. Anyway, so it was hard capping my FPS in Minecraft that I know could get higher to like 2500, we'll just say, as like an easy number. It was like 2500, 2600, right? Could barely hit 3K, could never hit 3K. Even if I use the max settings, it went down. If I use the minimum settings, it would not get higher than 2800. It was really, really, really annoying. At first, I thought it was a skill issue on my part, which it ended up being, but we're not going to... Actually, no, it actually wasn't a skill issue on my part. I'll tell you this why here in a second. I could not tell you how many times I reinstalled Windows 10, Windows 11, I reset the BIOS, I did everything you could possibly think of, completely default everything, be like, what is the problem? My computer sucks, about to buy a new one. You know, like, what's the problem? Like, I don't get it. I have a 10900K and like 4070. I don't know what the problem is. So anyway, in the past, like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever you want to call it, okay? After figuring out that it couldn't possibly be a software issue after reinstalling Windows so many times and switching versions, I was like, there's no way it's a software issue. It has to be a hardware issue. And the reason why I knew that was because the first thing I did when I loaded up a software, right, of a Windows OS version, was download Lunar Client, log in, and check the frame rates. And you'll never believe what happened on a fresh install. Oh my God, couldn't get above 2800 FPS. That's crazy, isn't it? So anyway, long story short, I just decided to clear the CMOS on my motherboard. Because why not, right? I was like, nothing else is working. What's this? What difference does this make, right? So anyway, I have a button on my motherboard. I have a Z590 motherboard by Asus, right? I actually do like this motherboard. I like Asus. Doesn't matter. That's not the point. I have a clear CMOS button. I clear the CMOS button and it does its like thing, and then I load up the defaults. Not even the defaults. I just enabled XMP and then turned off like my CPU fan because I have an AIO. Okay, I knew that guy was gonna... Anyway, so I turned off my AIO fan and then I loaded up Minecraft on a complete fresh install. And bro, the FPS was like 7,000. It wasn't even close. It was like a consistent 6K. And this was on default settings, but like optimized defaults, like 8 rendered it. Basically these settings. It was these settings, okay? Everything here that I usually play on, which is optimized defaults, is essentially what I was getting 7,000 FPS just on, right? Just, it's crazy. I think that guy's cheating right here. I have no idea. I don't know how you could tell, right? Anyway, so it was like not even close. It was like 6K, 7K frame rates. I was like, oh my God, there's no way that like, what, why, right? And we deal with that. And I go ahead and download all my stuff, run it like normal and stuff like that, okay? So I was under the impression that it was fixed. And then one day I decided, oh, I'm just going to reset the BIOS again, but like not through CMOS, just like with the optimized, because I was doing some overclocking stuff. And my CPU was capped again. So, but I never really realized it. I don't know why I didn't realize it when my FPS was, it just, I don't know what happened. Anyway, so I recently also cleared CMOS again, and now it's back to normal. Yeah, okay. So Asus support is now going to get a very angry email from me about why their BIOS version sucks and needs updating because there's a bug that allows it to essentially break. And I don't know exactly what... I call it an FPS cap because that's all I can see. I don't know exactly what it is on their end that like breaks the BIOS, but like something in that update breaks the BIOS when you reset the defaults and like try to overclock or do something. I don't know. Something just doesn't function correctly that clear CMOS fixes. I don't know why. But that's the thing, they're going to get an email about it. And considering how, or seeing how the Razer one went, it went pretty well. I think we can do the same thing. I just need to compile the evidence. I'll send a picture of my FPS before, right? Where it's like good. And then I'll show the steps on how you make it bad. And then I will show the steps on how you fix it. And then it'll be good again. And I basically did their job for them, essentially. So we'll see how that goes, if that even gets to that point. There's a lot of dead. Yeah, okay. I said there was a lot of dead people here about it. Now, I'm not no software engineer or anything yet, but no, I'm just kidding. But you think, I don't know how the things like this get past like quality control. Like, you think Snapchat, like a big feature, you would test, and like it's very easy to test. Like, I'm actually... Are you kidding me? There's no shot. Are you kidding? Are you for real? Okay, so let me show you exactly what snap tap does on Synapse 4. Okay, assuming I don't die here. So I'm going to enable it with like FN plus shift or something. So check out keystrokes. When you like press A and then press D, it's supposed to go back like on D while still holding down A. It's really hard to explain. Anyway, if I press D and then keep holding down D and then press A and hold it down, I go this way. See, this is what it's supposed to be. So I can keep holding down D and then just tap on my A key and it does this, okay? Not really useful for Minecraft, but I still like it to work anyway, just in case. So again, if you press A, then hold down A and then press D, nothing happens. This is why it's broken. This is what it's supposed to look like. I know keystroke says that I'm, you know, tapping both, but trust me, I'm holding down D and then just pressing A and I'm dead again. Why do I even play this game? Yeah, so that's the issue. And another thing I can show you in typing is it's actually this. So if I press down D and hold A, that's what it's supposed to do, okay? But if I press down A and hold D, it does this, okay? Do you see the problem here? You see why it's a problem? You see why it would bother me, right? Right? Surely. I mean, I only play Valorant occasionally, and even in that game, it doesn't really work well. But in something like CS, allegedly, it's supposed to work. But I don't play CS yet. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. But I'll just apply the same concept. You know what else is crazy though? Higher pulling rates don't work on Minecraft. I think Minecraft like caps out at 500 hertz or like something like that. But I don't think anyone has ever had problems with 1,000 hertz. I know you get problems above 1,000 hertz, and that's actually kind of crazy. I don't know if it's just a 1.8, 1.7 issue, or if it's on the later versions. You know, I really should test that. Yeah, it would be an easy test. But like, I have a Viper V3 Pro, and it can go up to 8,000 hertz, but I don't ever use it on 8,000 hertz. I'll enable it on game mode on 4K, but not really 8K. Battery drain. Not that I care about battery drain. I plug my mouse in every night, or like when I'm just okay. I have multiple mice. Okay, it literally does not matter if I need to listen. If I am using a mouse, okay, if I'm using a mouse and it like gets below 80% battery, sometimes I let it go like to 50%. I'll just plug it in and then switch mice and then just unplug it. I just rotate mice, okay? But I should honestly use the Pro Super Light for Minecraft because it is kind of everything else is probably a V3 Pro thing. Although I don't like the buttons on the Super Light. It's kind of weird. I prefer the actual like feel of buttons on the Razer ones and not this kind of mush feeling on the Logitech. I don't know why they do that. It's kind of really annoying. Not even kind of. It actually just is annoying. But I don't know. I'm not complaining. Also, Hypixel was allegedly supposed to do a duels update. Like they announced it on July 4th, okay? And then only recently we found out that it was only going to be coming out in like Q2 of 2025, which is actually kind of crazy if you think about it. Like I was going to take a little break on YouTube and then just like upload when the updates come out, you know, or when the update comes out, and I'm just like, oh, this is banger content. But no. Why? Because we're in hell, okay? So they're going to make me wait until 2025 to like have a reason to upload. Why is that? Because we're in hell. So follow me down to wherever we're at here so we can get closer to hell. You know, why even announce an update that you haven't even started developing and just kill? You know, they did the same thing with Hytale, right? They're like, we'll announce the like game like 9 years before it actually is ready to release, and then by the time it actually comes out, no one's gonna give a fuck anymore because this is Hypixel Studios we're talking about, and because this is Hypixel we're talking about. Now I'm getting mad. You know, it's so annoying. So where do I even begin? Hypixel decided to be real smooth with like how they do updates and how they do their things, and I just can't imagine the absolute smooth brain on the team that like approves these things. I don't understand it, okay? I can't even get into it because the more I get into it, the more it's gonna make me mad, and I just not gonna have to. Anyway, removing that from the conversation. Let's talk about something else. So Sky Wars. Does anyone still play Sky Wars? Unfortunately, a lot of people do. Why? I couldn't tell you. I'm sure it's not that bad, but every time I play, I tend to have an okay time queuing multiple nicks that are all like, you know, let's just say like 40 star plus, when realistically it's more like 80 star plus. But that's okay, I digress. Duels, let's talk about duels. What happens in duels? Well, they removed the Lilith, and I haven't really seen any good player play since. So, Mindman Club. Let's talk about Mindman Club. We're just going topic after topic in this video, okay? I got a lot of things I gotta say, but somehow not enough time to say it. Mindman Club. So, Mindman Club is like bugging the fuck out recently, and I don't know what's going on, bro. Their proxies or like host or something is like absolute shit. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to know what it is because it's probably just gonna make me mad if we're being honest. Because how can a server like Mindman Club that makes all this money, I don't know about that, because like I think everyone who already like has a rank or would buy a rank just has a rank, right? Don't forget that from the script. I don't know how Mindman Club, a server, a prac server that's still relevant, even though it came out in like 2017, believe it or not, or something like that, right? Like it's a relatively old prac server that's still around and is still popular considering its age and like the game mode and version of the game it's on. It's when they drop the new season, for some reason, because it's a 1.7 server, for some reason on 1.7 your hits were worse than they were on 1.8. And for the longest time I was like, this has to be a troll. They're catering to the 1.8 fan base. Because, like, there's no way. I wouldn't put it past them. I'm just going to be honest. You know, I really wouldn't put it past them to absolutely nerf 1.7. But I don't know why. I have no proof for that. I wouldn't be surprised is what I'm saying. But anyway, when the new season came out or whatever, whenever that was, you got like way better hit reg and stuff on 1.8 than you did on 1.7, but I'm pretty sure that's like 100% fixed now because I played on both and I don't really notice a difference because I don't think there is one. But I definitely, for sure, that was definitely a thing when it first came out for like the couple weeks or whatever, something like that. Anyway, because I remember I was sitting in call dueling my friends and we were like, the hit reg is so bad. I can't believe I'm dead again this early on. So anyway, I was like, it's probably better on 1.8. We were sitting in call and I was like, yeah, it's for some reason with our luck it would just be better on 1.8. So anyway, I switched to 1.8 for the memes and then was my surprise found out that it actually was better on 1.8 than 1.7, and they were like calling cap because I just said it beforehand. There's absolutely no fucking way. You know, like I said it before, and I was like, imagine if it's better hit reg on 1.8 than 1.7. They're like, oh, yeah, imagine how funny. And I was like, oh, you know, I have a hunch. So let me just test it just so I can like confirm or deny my suspicions. And then, yeah, it was just simply better on 1.8. They're like, no, you're trolling, you're bullshitting. And I was like, no, switch and like find out. And then they switch and they're like, oh my God, he's right. He wasn't lying. And I was like, yeah, why? No one knows. That's the best part. Nobody knows. Also, since we're on the topic of Mindman Club, dude, you know that like, you know what's crazy though is that Mindman Club has two types of people on the server, okay? They have 150 plus MS, or they have just blatant cheating. Or both. I mean, I'm not picky. I have a ping filter on because I just simply can't be asked to fight anyone over out of my 50 MS range. Kind of interesting, though. But I got new internet. My ping went from 66 to 43. But beforehand, it's 43 now. But when it switched over, it only went down to like 50. And I was like, wow, what such a reduction in ping. But now it's 43. And this is like, okay, this is more reasonable, right? But then one day I logged on because, you know, Mindman Club was bugging the fuck out. And I had 35 MS. And I was like, with my luck, I know this isn't going to last long. And I was right. The next day, it was back to 43. So as long as there is a reduction, that's all that matters. But God, it would be cool to have 33 MS. Everyone over here is dying. Holy Jesus, I barely missed that. Okay, can we not do that today? So yeah, anyway, I don't know. It was just kind of interesting to see myself at 35 MS to Mindman Club. I thought I'd never see the day. I do actually have 20 MS to Hypixel. I went from 70 to 20, which was the biggest improvement I think I ever could have expected. I was expecting something like 30 realistically, but no, it was 20, even better. And then after that happened, yeah, I don't really play anymore. So, but it's just, and I'm dead. He just knows. He knows everything. Oh my God, boys, I'm gonna get clipped in the first. I'm gonna get 2 kills and die somehow. I'm guaranteeing it. Watch this happen, okay? So anyway, when I first got new internet, I was like, I'm just so glad that I was no longer like on 10 megabits of upload. That was crazy. Okay, 10 megabits was wild. It was actually insanity. Okay, listen. 10 megabits is just like a mega, like it's like a megabyte, dude. It's like so stupid. I hate it. 50 down, 10 up. It was painful. I had to upload YouTube videos on that. And it was like, what? Like, this is insane. You know? But yeah, now it's 1,000, and I was like, man, I'm gonna upload so many high quality videos. And then I did like one, maybe even two. I don't know though. And then I can now stream in 6K bitrate without issues. But realistically now, since I have more, I can go up to 8K. I think 8K is the absolute max anyone should do. If you do higher than that, you're just gonna like, yeah, you'll have better quality, but like no one's gonna be able to load your stream. So I think 8K, 6 to 8K is good. If you have it, do 8K. If you can't, 6K. I need to do, I think 6K. I'll just do 8K because I like 8K. I would rather have the better visual quality. And if for some reason people can't watch the stream, then I'll use 6K. But that is, so yeah, I need to stream, which I said I was gonna do. Still haven't done. I actually have the internet now to do it, and I still haven't done. So I have 10 kills. This is actually going better than I thought. Someone's gonna snipe me now out of nowhere. I already know. They're probably got the high ground. Let's be realistic here. How many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? It's Boston. How many times I need to tell you? Yeah, what is that guy exactly? Where is he at? My keyboard bugging out? I wouldn't be surprised. They tend to do that when I have them. When I buy new keyboards, they tend to like work for like a couple months and then they work like just die. You know, I bought the glorious GMA A Pro or whatever that thing's called, the like pre-built one custom keyboard, because I was like, you know what, I don't feel like building a keyboard. I don't know how to build a keyboard. I just basically applied the same logic that I did when I first built my PC. Or like first got into PC stuff, where I was like, I don't know how to build one. I'll just buy pre-built. I'm sure it's not hard, and it probably isn't. Anyway, so we get to that like moment, and I have a minute left. I should probably do something here. Anyway, I get to that moment, and or I don't even know what I was talking about. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so I bought the keyboard, and it worked for like 3 months or 4 months or something, and then like the shift key, the left shift key that you use to press enter, not enter, shift in Minecraft and like other games and whatever, typing, not really typing, but like just stuff like that. It was kind of interesting because it would, I didn't spill anything on it. I just know that for a fact that I didn't spill anything on it. But for some reason, somehow, some way, it I'm gonna lose this game. 12 kills. To make a long story short, the enter key, or not enter key, the shift key just was like sticky somehow in some way, and it bothered me to the point where I got a new keyboard. And I got like a replacement keyboard, and now I have a keyboard that I actually want. I should have just gotten the Wooting. So Optimum Tech just released a like dollar keyboard that's basic what I'm looking for. So I'll think about it. Thought that was a hole there. I would have totally walked in it. I don't know how long I've been recording for, but I'm sure it's been long enough. I can't believe I'm... Yeah, I think that's the end of this video. I had a lot to get off my mind. I really need to do this more often. I just simply don't. There's not really a good reason to it. I just, I have topics in my head, and I don't write them down. And I should probably write them down, so then I can, you know, make the video. But yeah. I think that's everything I wanted to cover. If you made it this far, congratulations. Would you like a cookie? You get to watch me walk around the lobby now. So I'm not really sure what you want from me. Anyway, I'm gonna bounce because I need to upload. It's been a month, and we'll see you in another 30 days. Peace.